Okay,
Here we go.
got it.
Welcome to Kiki and Kibitz, everybody. It's Mary, and I am here for Saturday Night Shenanigans, Love During Lockup, season finale recap. And Jessica is joining me once again because she lived through it and she has feelings. Hey, girl, how are you?
I'm amazing, Mary. Amazing.
So, you lived through this once before.
Yes.
So sitting here watching these chicks, some of them make very bad choices. What are you thinking as you're watching this? Do you see yourself in any of these girls? I want to hear, who do you relate to the most this season?
Who do I relate to? I think relate to Savannah the most.
Okay.
Just a hopeless romantic that's completely just love blinded and wants something so bad and it's not going to happen. And my heart bleeds. I'm sitting here watching these episodes and I'm like, oh my gosh, people were thinking that of me. Like, no, girl, don't do it. You know, you're better. You deserve more. Don't believe it. Yeah.
So you think Savannah is being jail talked by Jake? And this is all not real. And
I think that even
in your opinion.
Yes. In my opinion, yes, because he has been incarcerated at such a young age. He hasn't been out there. And the same thing was told to me, even though, you know, mine was incarcerated over and over and over and over. Once they get out, they're like, you know, rabbits. They're rabid dogs. They, you know, will latch on to anything because they've been incarcerated. And I think that because such a young age of him, he hasn't experienced life. Now, I pray to God that everything works out and that'd be wonderful. She just seems like such a wholesome, sweet girl that's just maybe going to be taken advantage of.
And Jake, he even said to her that when he does come out, he doesn't want to live together right away.
Right. He wants to experience other women.
Experience other women.
Right.
So, I mean, that's red flag, red flag, red flag. Yes. But let's talk about what happened in this episode. Savannah got all dressed up in her wedding dress.
Yes.
And her veil and her denim jacket. Threw the denim jacket over the wedding dress. That was a fashion statement. God bless her. And drove up to the prison with the wedding papers.
Yeah.
What did you think, girl? I was cringing the whole time. I was like, ugh.
One, I'm thinking like Florida must be the most like strict DOC ever because you can't do any of that stuff here. When I saw it though, I was thinking, oh my gosh, if he would have said yes, I would have, you know, lost it. But
you mean in Florida, you can't get dressed up in a wedding dress and a veil and just walk into a prison?
I mean, you probably could. It's so strict here. It's so strict. I mean, it's insanely strict here. The things I see and like the videos and like even with you know, the guy in South Dakota like looking out the window, oh my gosh, in Florida, if somebody would have done that,
I know, yes,
you would have seen them like beat on the window, you know, like
they would have locked down the prison. It would have been
exactly. I mean, you would have seen pepper spray, you know, like I was like, oh my, these people, all these other places are so like just lax about everything. But when I saw the episode of her with the veil, and I was like, oh, God bless her. Like, and she seems like a very, very wholesome, good person. That
right. She has a good heart.
Yeah,
like everything is with good intentions.
Yes.
But she's a little stalkerish, sitting outside the mother's house.
Okay, yes.
Kind of forcing herself on family members.
Yes.
I mean, if family members don't want to speak to you, whatever the reason may be, sitting outside of the mother's house may not be a good idea.
And I guess I was fortunate enough that at least Dustin's family was so welcoming of me.
Yes.
I mean, I still love them to death. But yeah, when you're, I don't know what it is because obviously I'm not there. But something is not clicking. Something is not okay. Does he have another girlfriend? I don't think so.
Well, apparently, when Savannah and I sat down, she said the friction between Jake's family and her was because of the show. Because originally there were certain family members that were on board, and then when it came down to it, they decided
Changed
that
his mind. Right.
that they didn't want to do it. So
Right.
the drama with certain family members is because of the show.
Okay.
But it's like I said, no matter the reason, maybe sitting outside the mom's house is not going to endear you to
Right.
her. You know what I
But
mean?
it's him that flags me, that with the not wanting to get married, and I want to, expand, seeing other
Right.
women. If somebody gives their heart to you like that and dedicates like she has, why wouldn't you marry? I mean, why
And
would
doing so much. I mean, what she's
Yes.
doing with the commutation
Yeah.
and you know,
my heart bleeds for her, because I mean, like I said, I hope it works out. But just
yes.
him being such a young age and being incarcerated for so long, you can't expect, a happily ever after. And I think that she'll probably find love after lockup. And I hope she does, because she seems like one of those wholesome, just sweet girls that was just, you're blinded by the jail talk, what you want so bad, the love that you want, everything that you want. They
And
know how.
Jessica's been there. Jessica's been there. She knows what she's talking about.
Yes. Been there, done that. Yes.
She did a season of this.
Oh gosh, that season. Yes, I did my time.
Yes, exactly. You did your time. You had tons of people yelling at you. What the fuck are you doing?
Everybody. And I still, yes, everybody, haters, lovers. No, don't do it. And I see myself now. And it's hard when you're in the moment of it, because you want it so bad. You think, oh my gosh, this is amazing. He's going to love me. He's going to do everything. It's pretty just in awe, the things that they can say to make you feel, especially with a woman who maybe your self-esteem is not that good, or you've been knocked down, or and even people ask me like, oh my gosh, guys no, I'm actually never asked out. I'm not. I've been in some serious relationships for a long time, but your ego gets kind of hit after a while.
Right.
And I, like I said, I really pray that she does find love after lockup. I just don't think it's going to be with him.
But we hope and wish the best for her.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because Savannah, she's a sweetie.
She
is.
is.
And she's determined, because when she has her mind set on something, whether it be trying to force Jake into marrying her, she goes all for it. She went all for it, and it didn't work. But
and
at
all
least
is amazing.
At least she went all for it. Okay, yes. Savannah was all in, but Jake just kind of laughed and said, "No, you're crazy. I'm not signing these papers." And they just had a normal visit.
Right.
So, do you believe when he called her in the car? Was he being genuine when he was like, this is what I admire about you, your determination, and I don't want to marry you because I want to be able to be in a position to provide for you and our future family? Do you believe that, or do you think that's jail talk? Someone who's been there.
I think I'm on like the fence with him, because one, he hasn't been incarcerated over and over and over. He literally incarcerated as a young age. So I mean, I hope that his respect for her, and hey, I don't want to do this because I want to get out and provide for you. I hope that is honestly true. He hasn't been in and out of the system enough to really be a complete douche.
You have a point there.
But he's also a man, and man like to tell you, a man will tell you anything they want. And she's providing his life right now. She's providing that jail, that prison life.
And let me tell you something. A man will tell you whatever you want to hear, whether he's in prison or out of prison.
Oh,
because
exactly.
there's douches out here on the street that'll sell you a
Yes.
dream, blow smoke up your ass, and tell you whatever you want to hear.
Yes.
And what makes me suspicious about Jake is that he was engaged twice before, but he won't even get engaged to Savannah. It's
And how
one
many girls
thing,
is he talking to?
right? It's one thing that not
Mhm.
wanting to get married. I understand the not wanting to get married, but not wanting to be engaged to her. You were engaged twice before.
Right. Just do
So
it.
exactly.
You're engaged. I mean, just
Right?
do
I
it.
mean, just make her happy. Just,
Exactly.
give her a promise ring or something. He won't even, she doesn't even have a promise ring from him.
Exactly.
Nothing. That's what makes me like,
Yeah.
It doesn't sit right with me with him. But Savannah girl, we love you and we hope.
I do. I love that girl. Like I'm curious to see what happens, what like transpires, because we don't know. We don't know
Right.
till, and God bless her. I hope
And there's
everything.
5 more years left. So we'll see.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, we'll see.
yes.
Okay. Jade and Chris. It got intense there for a minute.
Yes. That.
Okay. Jade's, she's not happy with Chris, but I
No.
think Chris kind of talked his way out of it, honestly.
Yeah. Yes, he did. I couldn't imagine being a woman though and not having your own independency.
Or having anything in your name.
Right.
At least
And-
have, like that. I couldn't.
Or
Not having my own
having a
money.
stash.
Right.
Girlfriend, go to the grocery store and get cash out and put it in an account.
Right.
Anything.
Start stashing money. Have your
Yes.
sister hold money for you if necessary. Start
Anything.
stashing
I
money.
love her sister. Her sister's adorable.
Yes.
Like, yes. Sister's adorable. And I was even thinking that though, because when I was watching, I was like, ooh, I wonder if he's gonna have a thing for the sister.
But him and the sister were clashing. The sister was not having it with him. I like that. She stood her ground.
Yes.
She was like, I'm not gonna have you, cross the boundaries between me and my sister during our sister time. I don't care that you're her husband. She's my sister.
Exactly.
And that's a whole different, territory, and you have to
And
respect that.
That like sisterly bond,
Right.
I was dying. I saw the episode that when she kicks him in the pool.
That
I'm
was
like,
fucking
no,
hysterical.
They're gonna show that on TV,
That was hysterical. That was hysterical.
Them for having that bond. That really, but I couldn't imagine being so, and maybe because my past of knowing that you can't put all your eggs in one basket. You've got to be an independent woman because you never know what's going to happen. There could be infidelity, there could be death, there could be so many things. And Jade's a beautiful woman, absolutely beautiful.
Yes, she is.
But just be careful. Be careful. You have to have your own back because nobody else is going to have it.
So what do we think about Jade's Chris accessories? Her Chris pillow, her Chris lingerie. What do we think about all of that?
I'm laughing because my second ex-husband had that kind of attire.
Oh my.
He had like my breast on a pillowcase and
that's fucking hysterical.
My body on like a cup that we went to a concert at. I can't really. It's a thing, I guess. She loves them. It's so hard to try to show your love when somebody's incarcerated.
Right.
Do crazy things.
Yeah,
like
you do.
Get an abdominal tattoo.
Exactly. Or you Google Times Square billboards.
Oh my gosh.
Photoshop.
Genius. Because I only because if you take pictures,
all right, tell us okay, go ahead.
The pictures at the bottom, you take a picture and there's always pictures at the bottom. So you send the normal picture and then the pictures on the bottom, they can zoom in. But I was thinking, oh my gosh, this lady is genius. Billboards? I mean, that's mind blowing.
Times Square billboards. Yes. There's so much going on in the picture.
Absolutely.
Trust me, take it from a New Yorker. Times Square, tons of shit going on. Trust me. You won't even
Yes.
fucking notice.
I was like, oh
Yes.
my God, this girl is good. She's
Mhm.
good. I mean, and there's probably so many-
Except Jess, she just blew up her spot on national TV. If somebody from the prison watches the show, now they know her trick. That's
exactly.
the only thing.
Yeah.
But that's fucking brilliant.
But what he has so far is probably worth $1 million.
Yeah, exactly. It's fucking
She'll
brilliant.
find other, if she is that creative, she'll find other ways.
Yeah. Yes, she will. Yes, she will. If she doesn't have like 3 other backups that she didn't reveal, you know? Oh my God. So he talks his way out of the situation. Basically, I mean, the way I see it, he talked his way out of it. And she's just waiting for him to come out in their, in his house.
Right. I mean, there are some rules in Florida, though, as far as like,
Right.
cohabitating and things like that. I just, I'd be careful. I'd be very, very careful. And I mean, I think that relationship, looking at it, I mean, it's been that long, it's been that much. I would hope and pray that it really does work out. That they're a beautiful couple.
Yes.
He's made some dumb mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. It's what do you do from there? Move on.
Exactly.
So
learn, move on. How do you become more productive?
His ass, honestly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And if she didn't, her sister would.
I was gonna say her sister would, exactly. Or they would double team and kick his ass. So I don't think Chris would have a chance.
Yes, those are 2 girls I would not want to mess with.
Nope. Her family, I wouldn't want to mess with, period. Her mom, her dad, no way, please.
Right.
So I think Jade and Chris may have a little rough period when he comes out, him transitioning.
Yes.
And everything. But I think they're a strong couple because they've been through a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And like we said, her sister will be there to kick his ass.
And financially, they don't have that hardship.
Exactly. That's true too.
Everything is there.
Right.
It's not like she was a girl that financed, everything.
Yeah, I know. He's financing everything. I know.
Yes.
So Letitia and Keith. Letitia is mad at Aunt Marcia for ratting her out.
Yes.
She's like, Aunt Marcia, what's up with that? I was going to tell Keith. And Aunt Marcia's like, well, I was here before you. And I'm still here. And I'm going to be here. And I'm Keith's secretary. And it's my job to keep an eye on the books. And I had to tell him.
And books.
That's her job. She's a bookkeeper. She's a bookkeeper. And Letitia was trying to put her foot down as the wife, but Aunt Marcia's Aunt Marcia, and she's the bookkeeper. And she's like, yeah, okay, whatever, Niecy, whatever, okay.
Right. Yeah. And I think she should have just told him, straight up, like, hey, I need a ring.
And by the way, honey, I spent $5,000 over budget.
It's fine. I mean, it's just
it's okay. It's just $5,000. I mean, you gave me a $10K budget, but Aunt Marcia's just looking out for Keith. She's family. And, Keith is incarcerated and he does have to keep an eye on his funds. And $5,000 is a lot of money to someone who's incarcerated. Yeah. You have to admit that. Okay.
But you have to think how much she brings to the table also.
Right.
I was thinking, okay, but she's bringing it also. It was just the not telling.
Right.
I think I would have said, hey, hon, I need a ring. Let's do this. Maybe not because obviously the auntie is, she's the accountant. And auntie's going to tell.
Accountant.
Auntie is going to tell.
Yes. Yes, she is the auntie. And she is going to make sure that things are tight. She has her nephew's back. And Niecy wife could just, calm down, stop being extra.
I mean, she's the wife. She's only the wife.
Right. She's only the wife. but she got her way at the end anyway.
I know. I was like, you go, girl.
Right?
Go
She
with
got
that.
the ring back on her finger and she's
Yeah.
flaunting that
And
ring.
she's just
So
so cute. Like she's just so adorable.
isn't
Like,
she?
her, you can tell she's like a great aura as a person. Like just a happy,
Her energy. I love
fun person.
that's my girl. I love her. I gotta introduce you to. You guys are really like each other.
Oh
She's
God,
adorable.
I'll ruin her.
Oh yeah, you would be a bad influence on her. Yeah, she is adorable. She has great energy. And it's just like, it's only $5,000, Keith. Come on.
You're incarcerated. It's 5 Gs. Come
Yeah.
on. We know how much you make in prison.
The broke one here going, oh, it's only 5 Gs. Yeah.
I know. Well, I'm like, how do I pay my? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Well, I'm trying to balance my budget for the month. I'm going, oh, it's only 5 Gs. Yeah, let me shut up now. Okay, so what did we think of her storyline this season? While you were watching her this season, what thoughts were going through your head?
Ooh.
Okay,
I
the
thought,
whole friend thing, like in the beginning with the whole, oh, did you have sex with my man?
yeah, that was a bit. I'm like thinking. I'm like, like, but it's so long ago. You can't really hold, you know, the past against. I mean,
Right.
if it was right now happening, yeah, absolutely. That'd be a
Mhm.
whole other show. It'd probably be like the next 48. Her, but and it was the past. It makes for good drama.
So the next episode of Snapped,
Girls Gone Wild.
right? Girls Gone Wild. It's good drama. It's all good drama. They stretched it out for 3
It is.
episodes. It's all good drama.
With,
You
as
know
far-
how it is with the drama.
what?
They have to take something and just stretch it out. Drama,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
No.
Makes for great TV.
Great TV.
I think though with her business though, she's worked hard to get where she's at. I wouldn't add any man to my business, incarcerated or not. I mean, be a boss bitch. You
Once
work
again,
for that. Own that.
great TV. Great
Mhm.
TV, right?
It is. It is. But then I saw at the end though, she actually had him taken back off. So
Right.
touche to you, girl. Like keep your you keep your own dollars.
Exactly. You keep the dollars in your pocket.
Yes.
Like I always say, my money is my money and my husband's money is my money. That's the way it is in a real marriage.
Yes. Yeah. I can't.
So everything worked out for her at the end. She got her ring.
So
She's
happy.
happy.
Yes, and like her daughter giving her the ring. I was like, oh, this is that's good. That's great. I'm happy for her.
Yes.
And again, they're already married. They're already at that, commitment of being married.
Exactly.
And believe me, you can get married for $50. Getting divorced is thousands and thousands.
Oh, girl, you don't got to tell me. I have friends that refuse to get divorced because they don't want to pay.
Exactly. It's cheaper to keep her.
Okay, so they stay legally married to these men for years and years and years.
Yes.
And then they get a new man, they want to get married, and they're like, oh God, I got to spend all this money to get divorced now.
Exactly. And even my second my second divorce, we were still friends. We had no really beef at that point, even though, a lot of crazy things had happened.
Right.
And it's still fortune. It was like, oh my gosh, like we're not arguing over anything. We have
just a straightforward, straight cut divorce.
Yes, it is all about how much, the attorneys can make and things like that. So
right, court filing fees and all that shit.
Oh gosh, yes. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, it cost me $50 to get married. You want how much?
Right, exactly. It's fucking ridiculous.
Because it's such a heartache. It's such, a financial strain. I think people just stay married because it's just cheaper.
Right,
I
exactly.
I really want to move on, and do the whole commitment name change thing. Yes.
I don't blame you. I don't, but it's just sometimes it's just so expensive. It's not even worth it. It's just
No,
It's just like, you know.
if I ever get married again, that's it. I don't care what happens. We're
That's it. You are staying married
it-
forever until you
forever.
die. And you are
Ever,
keeping his name
like,
until you die. That's it.
God, thank God I didn't marry freaking Dustin.
Oh my God.
At
You
least
already tattooed his name on you. That's it. That's all you did.
yes, exactly. I actually, the tattoo cover up is probably more expensive.
I was
than
gonna say the tattoo cover up is more expensive than a fucking divorce. What are you talking about?
No.
Oh my God, girl.
No,
Girl.
but at least I didn't do that damage. I mean, whew, that would have been a lot. And people even ask, they're like, well, didn't you get? No, I didn't get married to him. I mean, I'm dumb, but not crazy.
Yes. You're dumb, but not crazy. You're just a little crazy, not completely crazy. Not completely fucking nuts.
It was a moment of being a dumbass. It was a short moment, and
it was temporary insanity. That's what I want to call it. And now you're back, and we're gonna find you a good man, and it's all good. It's all good. Now, I want to talk about Andy and Brittany. Okay. Because where the hell did you go? I just lost her. Give me a second, guys. I'm sure she'll be back. Thank you for joining me tonight. Saturday Night Shenanigans. We will talk about Andy and Brittany as soon as I get her back. And here she is. I love when I lose my guests.
I am so sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Now I just need you. Now I need you to turn your camera on.
Oh God, this is.
I love it. I'm sitting here talking to myself. Here we go. Hi.
It's fine. No, my freaking kid, like, she's literally blowing my phone up, and she probably wants to know something like, "Hey, tomorrow, can you make brownies?"
And you're like, I'm live. Leave me alone.
Don't call me anymore. Love kids.
You gotta love kids.
I love kids.
Gotta love kids. I love your dog back there. He's just chilling out.
Like, the crazy thing is that he knows how to open doors.
Uh-huh.
So if I try to shut him out, even like yes.
Just come in. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's chilling back there. I know he's so cute. He's so cute.
He's really not.
To me, he is. Look at me.
He's like Yoda gone bad.
You're so mean. He's cute. I don't even like dogs, and I think he's cute.
Is like he's a total. I mean, everybody loves him. Everybody. He doesn't bark. He doesn't nothing.
Oh, he's a good doggy too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But honestly, like, if somebody broke in the house, he would do nothing.
Oh, then that's not good.
No,
that's not good at all.
My yard dog is actually my daughter. I'd be very afraid of her.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's talk about Andy and Brittany.
Yes.
Okay, so what do you think about the whole cop, inmate dynamic?
God bless Andy. I saw so much. He seems like such a sweet guy.
Now, did you ever see any potentially inappropriate relationships with correctional officers and inmates developing? Just asking. Did you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, I even know people that have had inappropriate. I don't think Andy did, though.
Right, but I just don't like the fact that this ex-cop went on out of all of the pen pal websites, you could look for a pen pal, an inmate pen pal website.
Right. But I know a lot of cops, though, that do it. I know a lot of law enforcement. I mean, why did I do it? I mean, not like I went looking like on a website. I don't know. I can't explain for someone else other than it filled what I needed at that moment. It was everything I wanted to hear. And it just by chance it came from.
And you were interacting with him in person, though.
Yes.
Right. So
Okay, exactly. Okay,
that's
exactly.
kind of like the difference for me. You were interacting with him in person. You were
Yeah.
seeing him when you were going to work. You know what I mean? So he was part of your daily routine in a way.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's different to me than a cop that purposely goes on an
And looks,
inmate, right,
search.
pen pal and
Mhm,
searches,
mhm.
picks someone, writes them, develops a relationship with them, starts visiting them in jail, putting money on their commissary. That to me, you were working, you know what? I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so yeah, exactly. And I say that too. Like, I don't go looking. I didn't go looking for inmates. It was
Right,
just I met him at that moment, and it happened.
right.
I don't, I didn't go out searching for, oh my gosh, inmate, .com. Where can I find somebody? And
I
he
don't
seems like
know.
a really, really nice guy. And
And
maybe out of,
he's
yes,
trying, he's putting forth his best foot forth. Okay. The whole balloon thing reminded me of Glorietta when she was picking up Alex. I don't know if you remember that scene.
yes.
Fucking hysterical. Okay. He's really trying hard. He's trying to show that he's a good guy, he's a good dad. But the whole giving her money and
I
even his
saw myself
kids,
in that. I saw everything.
okay,
I saw myself so many ways with him. Just the funding, like even when Dustin got out, like I full wardrobe, shoes, clothes, money to spend, everything. And I felt for him for that. I felt for him, and that was another one of those moments. I'm like, no, don't do it. And maybe
another another one of those moments Jessica wanted to reach through the TV and shake.
no,
No,
don't do it. And maybe it's a self-esteem thing because, like I said, even I have, some self-esteem issues. So maybe he went for what he thought was safe. Maybe he went for what was, okay, here's an incarcerated individual. How could she not love me? How could she not want to be with me? And I had mentioned that at the point in my life where I was at, people say, oh my gosh, people have to throw themselves at you. No, they don't. And I was at the point where I needed that. I needed someone to tell me all those things. And I was jail talked and I loved it. Jail talk is amazing until they're out. And
until
maybe
they're in
that's
the real world, till they're trying to
exactly,
live in the real world.
exactly. And maybe that's what he was searching for. Maybe he needed that. I love you. I think you're great. I want you, we're going to live happily ever after. Maybe that's what he was searching. And being in corrections, maybe he knew that, not, I want to say desperation, but you feel like they're not going to do me wrong. They're incarcerated. They have nothing.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
that's only what I could think. And he seems like he's been somebody who's been through some hard times. Seems like his kids have been through some hard times. And I think maybe he was just searching for that love. And just by chance, she's the one that, latched on. She hooked him. And when you're in the moment, like I said, with the meth and everything, you don't realize. And thinking of that money that he's giving her, I want to go,
And how angry his children are.
yes,
Now,
yes,
that's one thing that kind of made me think about you and
yeah.
how your daughter and her anger.
Mhm,
Now, his children were kind of blowing his spot, like
yes.
his daughter especially.
Mhm.
So, what were you thinking when you were watching all this unfold?
It, I was thinking, oh my gosh, is this what I did to my daughter, my kids? And you don't realize in the moment. You really don't. At least my kids though were not as angry. I think because they had a good upbringing, they've had a good life. They've had a father, they've had a mother, and just mom went off the deep end for a little bit.
Right.
That was the difference between my story and his, is that his kids didn't have, they had a mother that was, from what I've understood, is it was a drug addict. I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine because, my kids, at least both of their parents were, career minded and successful. And I, I couldn't imagine. I just, my heart bled for, especially the son. But then I'm also thinking like, okay, this is why my daughter wants me to pay for all her pedicures now.
All right, putting on the guilt, right?
Exactly. She's like, yeah, mom, but you sent money to prison.
Right, exactly.
And part of me does want to make up for that. Oh my, you get so.
You were in Captain Save-A-Hole syndrome
Yes.
mode.
Captain Save a Meth Hoe.
You thought you could save him.
You do. And
You
maybe
know?
that's the way he feels too. Maybe he thinks that he's such a good man. He's such a good person. I want to save her. I want to be there. You can't save someone that doesn't want to be saved.
But there's something definitely going on with the relationship with his daughters that I think he really needs to take a step back.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
fix that first.
Absolutely.
Before he even tries to step in to Brittany's family, because Brittany has 4 kids that she needs to repair her relationship with.
There's a lot of repair. And that's the difference, is that I didn't have that repair with my kids. You know what I mean? Like, they were like, mom, you're crazy, but we're going to do this. But his kids are very angry. They're angry from past. Whatever that past was, it needs to be, rectified.
Exactly. And they both have totally different views of what, because he thinks that he was a good father. He did everything he could. And his daughters are like, hell's no. You were a shitty father.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
So I think that has to be fixed. And as it's brought up in the comments from Brooklyn, she says in the preview, at one point, Brittany says to Andy, you're broke. Like, she's all frustrated. She's like, oh, you're broke. And she storms away from him. So it seems like, she just cares about what's in his wallet.
Exactly.
So I don't know. We'll see how this all works out.
I know. I wish the best, but my heart just breaks for the worst.
For the children, that's who I feel bad for. I feel like the children are going to be the collateral damage in all this.
Yes. And even through mine, like I said, even though my kids had a great upbringing, a great, father and mother, it's still the kids that are hurt. And I was selfish. In the moment because I wanted whatever it was I wanted so bad that not that I put my kids on the back burner, but they should have been my number one priority. He should have been my back burner. And I do regret that. I regret that I put my kids more on the back burner and put him first. And obviously, as you see, it was, not worth it.
Right, exactly.
Love blinds you.
It does.
Lust blinds you.
It does.
Yes.
trying to be a Captain Save a Meth Hoe blinds you.
I know, and that's why I feel for Andy. I'm like, oh, Andy, you can't save them unless they want to be saved. And like I said, I hope the best for them.
Right.
But if it goes to shit, call me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yes. Call Jessica. She's been there. She's been there, Andy. She's been there.
Yeah. It's very hard to explain. Just everything that you go through, and people on the outside looking in and saying bad things and negative and hateful. Don't do that. You've never been in their shoes. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know their past. You don't know their mindset. You know, this is a small glimpse of their life that you're seeing right now. Very small glimpse.
Exactly. 15 minutes every week, basically, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's it doesn't add to that person who they really are. You don't know what's happened with any of them, with any of the cast members.
Right, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they could be great people, or they could be, they could be really shitty people, like even shittier, right?
Yeah.
So we don't know.
They could.
We don't know.
Yes.
So moving on, Brittany and Key-Rock. I'm actually rooting for them.
Yes.
I'm rooting for them. I hope that they're able to sort through all the bullshit, block out all the noise, and get rid of EB.
Yeah.
She needs to shake EB off
I
Yeah.
don't know. He is like a boil on her ass that just won't go away, that just keeps, inflaming. Every time she looks, it's there and it's inflamed. He just won't go away.
I think that they have an advantage though, because both of them have been incarcerated. Both of them have been on the inside. And even with being on the inside or even worked on the inside, you understand what goes on. You
Right.
understand games, you understand the life. And I root for them. I think everybody else needs to stay out of their relationship.
Yes, they have way too much noise going on.
Yeah.
They,
Yes.
way too much noise. And there's already pressure with Brittany's family,
Yes.
because her family's really conservative. They don't even know she's engaged. And we see next season, Key Rock's gonna wanna ask her father for permission to marry her and stuff. So there's already this pressure, with her family. They don't need all this other petty bullshit, outside noise, especially in the human form of EB. What is up with EB? Like, I get being a good friend. I get
Right.
being a good friend. I like, girl, I have your back. I have your back, but I would not stalk a dude 24/7 for you.
That was a bit much. That was a bit much.
Okay. Like, first of all, I don't have time. Second of all, I don't have the fucking patience to sit in a car and
Who
stalk.
has the time? What
EB. EB has the time.
I mean,
EB has all the time in the world.
do you work night shift? I don't know, but who has that time? Are
EB
you a
apparently
PI?
doesn't work. I don't know. EB must have a sugar mama or something.
Right,
I don't
right.
know, because he has all the time in the world.
I mean, I feel like the next time, I want to date, I'm gonna contact EB like, hey.
Yes, we need to
check that
contact
out.
EB. Yes, to fucking stalk the people you date.
Yes. It could
Yes.
be maybe that's his job. I don't know.
EB, hit me up. I have some investigations work you can do for us. DM me, please. Oh my God.
And I'm like, who has time to do that?
I'm telling you, EB.
Yeah.
EB told Brittany he has all the time in the world. So he must have a sugar mama paying his bills or something, because he don't work.
Call me. I've got a couple prospects. I need you to watch.
Exactly. I'm telling you, EB, either DM Jessica or DM me. We have some work for you. Seriously. Since you have all the time in the world to stalk people, we got some people you can stalk.
Yes.
Oh my God. So Brittany is all worked up because of her confrontation with EB in the store, and she almost missed her video visit. So she does it in the car, and she explains to Key Rock that she's not going to ask anybody about what he's doing anymore.
Right.
And she's going to block out the noise, and she kind of hopes that he would do the same in the form of EB, because EB is stalking her.
But honestly though, like when you're incarcerated though, that's all they have to think about.
Yeah.
Day in, day out. Just that's all that goes through their heads is, and she's got her, trying to get her life together. She's got a job, she's going to school. I mean, kudos to her. I mean, good job for, getting yourself together, especially having from what I understand, the history she's had, the life she's had. That's amazing to overcome all of those things. But people just need to step back and let whatever transpire. If they're going to stay together, they're going to stay together. If not,
right.
No.
Well, they do have the history of cheating.
Yes.
Like Mary Pants in the comments brought up.
Yes.
Do we think it's justified? Because when they were on a break, Brittany did cheat on him. So is EB kind of justified for keeping an eye on Brittany to make sure that, just in case they have a fight, that Brittany doesn't go and cheat on him?
Yes.
Or, so do we think it's kind of justified?
I mean, in a little way, but everybody makes mistakes. And then my thing is that if somebody's cheating, if somebody's not being loyal, all the stalking in the world is not going to matter. The truth will finally come to head. my feeling is if somebody's going to cheat, they're going to cheat. Don't waste your time.
Whatever happens in the dark, eventually comes to light.
Exactly. It exactly will come to light. If you're loyal, you're loyal. And if you're not, you're not. But I'm not going to waste my time chasing you. And I think the same, like, don't put that much effort. If you have to put that much effort into a relationship of, oh my gosh, are they cheating? They're not cheating. Are they being faithful? That's not okay. That's too much energy, because your energy should be put forth towards that relationship of being happy and making other people, your other person happy, not wasting all your energy, running around chasing, are they being faithful or not? Obviously, EB though has a lot of time.
Yes, EB has too much time on his hands.
Yes.
Too much. I mean, I'm surprised he wasn't waiting outside of the doctor's office. So Brittany goes to a fertility specialist.
Yes.
Okay, to find out, what would need to be done if her and EB were to, her and EB, you hear me? Her and EB.
I'm like, what?
Her and Key-Rock.
Who's the donor? Maybe EB will donor.
Exactly.
The donor. I don't know.
Okay, her and Key-Rock were to have a child together. Okay.
Yes.
And it turns out that Key-Rock would have to go off of the testosterone to produce eggs, and Key-Rock is like, no, this is not an option.
And I don't disagree with that. If you've gone through that much with the hormones, and if you want to be a man, why would you want to go back to being a woman? That's a setback. That's crazy. I mean,
yeah, it is. I mean, I get him. I get where he's coming from, but Brittany got really emotional. That's what struck me, how emotional she got.
Yes.
And I get why, but I don't understand why she got so emotional. Key-Rock is like, it's okay. There's other options. We could always think about adoption. And she was just so like insistent on having a biological child.
Yes.
And that I didn't, I'm like, okay, I get it, but there's other options.
I think it's that 100% bond.
Yeah.
Because then there's that DNA bond. There's that. I don't. But if they're going to be together, they're going to be a couple.
Right.
There's so many children out there that need loved. There's so many adoptions. And if you're going to be a family, it's not going to be because you reproduced. It's going to be
exactly
because love's there.
Exactly. But I have high hopes for them.
Yes.
And we're going to see them continue. I love after Lockup.
Oh, just because I said, like, they both know the insides and outsides of corrections and the whole relationship thing and the games. And I wish for them the best.
And the fact that Brittany is out first, and Brittany sees the struggles and is transitioning. She can help Key-Rock transition when he comes out. So,
and they're both young though too. She's so young.
I know.
When I see the whole thing about, she's you can't trust her, you can't do. She's also so young. She's got her whole life. And I don't know what the age of Key-Rock is, but it's just there's so much ahead of them, so much. And like I hope they make it. I really do.
Yes. Same here. We wish them the best. We wish them the best. Okay. Now for the final couple of the night, because was really sad.
Oh, I know.
Renika and Ashante.
Yes.
I feel even weird talking about them. But first of all, rest in peace, Ashante.
Yes.
And okay. Who do we think his auntie is? Is it his girlfriend?
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
how many women do we think he was talking to?
I mean, I think
let's just call a spade a spade. I mean,
is a pig with pork? Come on.
Thank you.
Call it.
Thank you. I mean,
yeah.
That whole scene, as much as I love Renika, the whole that whole thing, the whole body language, his body chemistry with her.
You could tell.
Yeah, thank you.
This poor girl, because she looks like she is just in love, happy,
Giddy.
I want you. I want everything. And oh my gosh. I was like, oh my, no. You could tell on his face that he was just using her. And she seems like just a ball of fire, just a lively person that just wants to give that love.
I wish she wouldn't have dipped into her daughter's college fund, though. Renika, if you're
True.
listening to me.
True.
Shoot.
Yes.
What is it with you chicks and dipping into your children?
She'll make it back. She'll make it back.
Yes, she will make it back.
And love makes you do really stupid things.
Yes.
And especially in the spur of the moment when they put you on that pressure of, oh my gosh.
She needed to get her man out. She was horny.
Yeah. I mean, but also like, I mean, how could you not bond your man at that point?
Yeah, because she was sitting right out front of the jail.
Out there. That was one of the weirdest releases I've ever seen, though. Like, where is that? And I'm from up north, so when I saw Kentucky, I'm like, oh, okay, I understand.
That was in Georgia or something. Yeah, that was in Georgia somewhere.
Oh, Georgia? I thought it was Ohio.
No, it was Georgia.
Okay, well, that's completely okay. I understand completely.
It was in Georgia somewhere.
It was like a Bonnie Fife, like yeah. That was the weirdest thing I've ever seen as far as like going in, setting the bond, telling you to go wait in your car, the inmates outside walking.
I know.
But when I was so my heart when the truck finally pulled up, because honestly, I was thinking, oh my gosh, he was released to another female.
So was I. Yeah. I was thinking he was gonna ghost her.
Yes. And then when I saw that he put up in the truck, I'm like, oh gosh, yeah. And then when I saw the videos of the inside, which was also strange to me, of like videoing the calls and the
right, production was like sitting right
I know.
there.
I'm like, how'd they get in?
Wasn't
there?
That so strange? Even the chick, like the people behind the window, don't they usually blur them out?
Yes. No. They have to sign a contract, like I was like, what is going on?
That was so fucking weird to me too.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm glad I'm not the only one that noticed this shit. I was like, the chick behind the counter, both times.
Both of them.
But not blurred out.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't distorted their voice or nothing. And there is a camera guy sitting like 5 feet in front of Ashante, who is supposed to still be in custody.
Yes. Yeah. Well, he's making calls to his bitch. Like,
yes.
I don't want this. I'm like, and I was like, oh God, no.
This is so fucking weird.
It can happen because and I understand that she moved to another state. She uprooted her life. Gosh. And then even when she was like, you know what, I'm gonna leave this alone till, good for her.
Right.
Good for her for not acting like a crazy fucking bitch. Because most people would not. And she let it go and she enjoyed that one. But you could see on his face that she was so excited, like a kid at Christmas. And he was just like,
at one point when he was kissing her, he was like looking, he was kissing her, but he was like looking over her shoulder at the camera.
He better be looking at his back.
No,
everything else he was doing.
He was, I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And you could it was so off. It was so off. It was just so.
Yes. That was
the weirdest release scene I have ever seen.
The emotional was not there with him. It was like almost like she was his Uber, and I just wanted to strangle him.
A very excited Uber.
Yes.
A very horny, excited Uber driver who jumped up in his arms.
And she seems like such a crazy fun,
right?
Again, I'm gonna give my all, and it seems like it's a repeat of all these inmates. It's like the ones that they find are like, I'm gonna give my all. I'm gonna give everything. I'm like a fireball. I'm just full of love and
right.
And why do we go for the inmates? I don't know. Like I said, I think it's a safety. It's a safety. I mean, they're incarcerated. Who are they gonna cheat on? Mm-hmm. Who are they gonna be with other than Bubba in the shower?
They're gonna be talking to four other women. One of them named Auntie.
Exactly. You know what's crazy though is that when Dustin and I first started Love During Lockup, he came forward to me before we started filming and everything. He said he had another girlfriend, not a girlfriend, another girl sending him money.
Oh.
And he said, look, I need to tell you this because I don't want this to come out on TV.
Oh. He's like, by the way,
Yeah.
since we're going on TV, let me tell you
Yeah.
this.
The funny thing is that the girl and I now, we've actually talked before. He's
Mhm.
still actually contacted her for bond money again.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So it happens. It's a game. It's a game. If you can withstand the game, good for you. You know, good
I
for
mean,
you.
Vanika herself, when she came on with me,
Yes.
had some advice for Savannah.
Yeah.
She said, Savannah, do not get married
Mhm.
because you don't know that man, because that man could be jail talking you. Because once he comes out, he could be coming out to 4 different women.
Mhm. Exactly. Or a
You
meth
know?
whore.
Or meth whore. Exactly.
They're
So
so good though, Mary. Oh my gosh. You know, honestly, I love jail talk. It's like
what's
pillow
so
talk.
great? Okay, what's so great about jail talk?
They know everything to say. Every feeling you want, every I love you, every you're wonderful, every you're beautiful. It's just it's like an addiction.
Right.
You know? Like they know everything to say to you to make you
They hit all the right
oh yeah,
buttons and
absolutely.
turn you
Oh,
into mush.
oh yes. Like, oh my gosh, this guy, yeah, no. And it's complete bullshit. And
Yeah.
like, Dustin's sister and mom said, especially his sister, God love her. I love Desiree. I really do. But she said he likes to smoke weed and do meth. That was like the classic of our show, of the whole show. And they did that. They told me over and over, it's jail talk, jail talk. What is jail talk? I don't know. Until you've been there, lived it, survived it, it's jail talk. Total jail. And there's also jail talk, not jail talk outside of that. I mean, every man wants to wooze you and tell you everything you want to hear. But jail talk, that's intense.
That's a step above just like regular outside bullshit.
Yes.
Right?
Bullshit.
Right. Times 1,000.
Yes. Yes.
Times 1,000.
It is. It is.
I don't know. I just felt so bad because Renika was like a kid at Christmas,
Yes.
jumping up and down, squealing.
Mhm. And even though they had, like he cheated and everything else, but
And then it's so sad because he's gone on top of that.
Yeah.
So I feel bad bashing him. You know what I mean? So it's like,
I can't do that because the ending, life is so short.
I know life is so short.
She had that love with him. Nobody knows what that was, but
exactly.
That's never ever forget.
They shared a connection at one point. She has memories with him.
Yes.
And
the good, the bad, the ugly, they're still there. And
his funeral's tomorrow. His funeral's tomorrow. It's so sad. He leaves behind a girlfriend that's pregnant.
Right.
I mean, it's just sad. It's just, and
like I said, life is short.
Yes.
And what her drama was, what her pain was, it was still something that she experienced. And that's a memory she will never be able to let go.
Yes.
Whatever it was, we don't know what it really was. And I can't, bash him. I can't, talk bad about what they had was something that she'll never forget. It'll forever be in her heart, no matter how horrible the outside of it looks looking in, that's a memory and she'll have that.
So sad.
Yeah.
So what did we think of her season, like in general? I love her family. I love their energy. I love, her whole big diva rapper energy.
Yes. And I know the area that she's from. So I'm like, I know that vibe, the Kentucky, Ohio. I would go see her. I would. do
Jessica's
that
like,
also.
I'm down with that.
I'm down with it. I mean, I'm down. She was really, and all the women that are on the show, people don't realize they all have their own issues. They all have their own faults, but you don't know who they really are. And to have the balls to actually put your life on reality TV, you will never know. You will never know the extent of that, because when you're doing it, you're so in love and you're so passionate, and you don't realize what's about to be thrown out there to the dumpster fire of garbage. And these are all women that just want to be loved. They want to be in love.
Yes, they just want to be loved. And sometimes, the train just derails and it goes
Set
into a
on
ditch
fire.
and it explodes,
Yes. And like, even with my situation, I have no regrets. Yes.
Right.
Did I put my drama on reality TV? Yes.
Did you
But
put yourself in danger?
Yeah.
Yes.
Love it. Adrenaline junkie. No.
Girl.
But life happens, and this happens more often than people think. It's just that we put ours on Front Street. We put
Yeah.
ours on Front Street. And I've like I said,
I signed the contract and decided to put it all out there.
signed, still delivered. You're crazy. And I don't have any regrets, and I don't think this women do either, because you want love, you want to be loved, and it didn't happen. And for some reason, you chose the crazy train to ride. And life goes on, and I hope the best for all of them. Even some of the love, after life after, some of them are great stories, and some of them are like, wasn't the best decision,
Right.
but best for anybody. And
exactly.
and I will find love again.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
I've already been through
It's just
some
not
trauma.
with an inmate. We're not going to go the
No.
inmate route.
We're not doing inmate. We're not doing 90 Day Fiance.
No, we're not doing 90 Day Fiance. No.
Yes. It'll happen.
It'll happen naturally.
Yes.
It'll happen.
Even if you scare him and he comes back again.
Exactly. And that's that kind of shows. If you scare him away, scares him away and he comes back again. I mean, hey, he might be a keeper.
He
So
might be.
if you can give these girls one piece of advice to go on with their relationships, considering what you went through, what would it be?
Buy a lot of alcohol. No.
Drink a lot.
No, it's just that, you know what? Love yourself, love life. What's going to happen is going to happen. You don't know what it is. Life is short. Any advice, just be true to yourself. And if you have that poor self-esteem, the poor insecurity, it's going to get better. You will see the light. You will realize who loves you, and be surrounded by positive people, regardless of staying with an inmate or not. Life is short. Be happy. Do what you want. Put it on reality TV if you want.
Yeah, put it on reality TV.
Just
Why the hell not?
Make sure you call Mary for therapy.
Girl.
I do.
So
It's been a fun ride. It has. Live, learn, move on, and tell Mary all about it.
you learned some lessons along the way.
Yes. Yes, I have.
You came out of the tunnel. And Dustin's a whole nother story.
I don't even know where he's at right now. Like, I'm sure he's incarcerated somewhere.
We're just not sure where at the moment, because it's a
we don't know
revolving
what
door.
state.
It's
What
a
state?
revolving door.
I don't know. God bless him. I hope that, he doesn't burn in the gates of hell. He's just a lost soul. He's a lost soul, and drugs and everything else, just like a lot of other people are. And it's scary, and you don't understand, you don't realize until you live there in that moment of that fear. And like I said, I don't wish any harm upon him or anything. I just I hope he really gets his life together, just like anyone else.
Yes,
As you
definitely.
see, life's short. You never know when it's going to end. So,
Exactly.
mhm.
Thank you for joining me. This has been fun.
I love joining you. We're gonna do like our own like side thing.
Okay, cool. Yeah. We'll
The
figure something out to do.
The unedited version.
The unedited version. Okay. I can imagine what the unedited version would be like.
Let me drink some more. We'll do
Yeah,
it.
holy shit.
I'm always gonna. Oh my gosh! So mental health.
Oh, yes. Tell us about your mental health
Yes. So I was.
events. Please plug your event.
I'm gonna plug it.
Jessica, plug your event. Plug who will be at your event, where the event is. Do all that, please.
Event is on October. It is mental health awareness and recovery, which I'm like, oh, so now I'm mental and I need recovery. I was not aware of this.
You are the poster child for mental health.
I mean, hey, I could be the poster child for worst. It's in Iowa.
Mhm.
There are some old cast members that are going to kind of like, show support for this. I believe, obviously, John, Deontay, I believe Dylan. I don't know a lot of old, the previous cast members, but anything that we can do to show a good, cause for mental health or any type of charity, I'm totally down for. I mean,
Yes.
live
That-
off of my laughter. Live off
Exactly.
of my
Exactly.
shit,
Jessica is a great poster child for mental health, but you know something? Seriously, this is a great cause.
It is.
And I'm going to get all the info.
Yes.
And actually, one of my followers is also collaborating with John, I believe, on this. So I'm going to get all the info from her, and I'm going to post the flyer.
Awesome.
Okay, so
And my friend with breast cancer. I mean,
yes, give
thank-
us an
thank
update on
you.
her. Yes.
So she's met her daughter's met the goal of the YouFundMe, but obviously any more that can be given is wonderful. I'll post it again.
Yep, and I'm going to post that in the description again.
If I can give off of my dumpster fire of entertainment,
Yes, and off your boobs. Why the hell not?
yeah. I mean, hit me up. Whatever you want. If whatever I can give to help someone else, because life's short. Enjoy it. Love
Yes,
people.
exactly.
Don't hate.
Don't hate. Love people.
Yes.
Love everybody.
I love you. Come on, Mary. I love you.
I love you.
I'm gonna come see you soon.
Yes, I would
Yeah.
love for you to come hang out with me.
It might not be legal in most states, but we'll come hang out.
Okay, cool. Cool. Thank you for joining me, girl.
Absolutely. Anytime.
Thank you, everybody, for watching me.
Thank you.
And see you guys next week. Good night, everybody.